Hey guys, it's Nikki. Yes, I am in a turtleneck in the middle of May because it has been really freaking cold in Nebraska and rainy, and it's been in like the 40s when it should not do that. In today's video, I'm going to talk about my current beauty favorites because I've been experimenting with a lot of different products and trying out a lot of different products, whether it being high-end or drugstore. So I wanted to show you guys products that I have been loving. So if you guys want to pick them up and try them out, you definitely can. If you follow my Instagram, which I always leave down below, my Instagram that is dedicated for makeup, I post makeup of the day pictures quite frequently of looks that I do and of different products that I'm using. So definitely give that a follow and check that out. I do post weekly. I usually post every other day on that, so definitely check that out. And you can see the makeup I've been using and the loving as well. But yeah, let's get into the video. So the first two primers, coincidentally enough, are both from my Ipsy bag. If you don't know what Ipsy is it's a monthly makeup subscription. You can do $10 a month or $25. I just do the $10 a month because I buy so much makeup already that I don't want to get full-size products. I'd rather get travel size because then that way if I don't like the product, I don't have just a full size laying around. The first primer that I love is actually the Tarte Base Tape Primer. I don't think it's going to focus on camera, but it's just the Tarte Base Tape Primer. You can get it at Ulta in the full size. The reason why I love this primer so much because it's not only hydrating, but it does leave a really nice base for your foundation. It's more tacky. So it's more of a gripping primer I've noticed on me. It leaves just a little bit of tackiness but not overdoing it to make your makeup really stick and make your makeup really stay and look flawless the whole day. And I haven't noticed that my foundation or concealer or anything breaks up from using this primer. The next primer is actually drugstore, and this is by Pixi. You can get Pixi at usually any drugstore. I know you can get them at Target. But this is the Pixi, this is the H2O Skin Drink Pure Hydration Gel. This is a really nice hydrating primer if you want something just for all over the face, which is what I like to use this for. It's just a nice pre-layer before your makeup, and yeah, I really like this one. The next primer I have is for smoothing and mattifying. I usually use two primers, and then before I put on my actual primer, I will use Smashbox Primer Water just all over my face to give an all-over refresher. But I will take a hydrating primer all over my face, and then I'll take a smoothing and mattifying primer in my T-zone. So what I like using, this is the LA Girl, this is the Pro Prep Primer. This is one of my favorites because it's really mattifying. It says it's the high definition smoothing face primer, so it just does a really good of smoothing out the face, and it says it's supposed to help smooth and fill in lines and pores and enrich with vitamin E. I can agree that it does because I've noticed that when I'm using it, I have my mirror right here, that my T-zone just looks more flawless. I notice that I don't get shiny in my T-zone, which is nice, especially for being in the summertime. Nebraska, we have a really big humidity level when it comes to the heat, so I'm like a sweaty grease ball all the time in my T-zone, so this helps prevent that, which I really love. We're gonna move on to foundation. For me, I love full coverage glam foundation. Even if I'm doing a no makeup look, I have to be full coverage. Two of the foundations I'm gonna show you are actually drugstore. You can get them at Ulta, and what's really nice about it is they're literally by the same brand, and I love them both. This first one, well, they both are. This is the Makeup Revolution. This is just the foundation stick. I have it in the shade F7 that you can see here. This is probably one of my favorite stick foundations besides the Anastasia stick foundation. I haven't tried the Hourglass one yet, but I think I'm going to. But this product is super good. It's so creamy, so full coverage, and when you blend it out and set it, it doesn't break up. I have that issue with a lot of foundations. It likes to break up around my nose. This, I noticed, doesn't do that. It's beautiful and flawless looking, and it lasts great in the heat, and I don't have any issues with it. The next foundation that is also by Makeup Revolution, this is the Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation. To me, I feel like this is a dupe for the Clinique foundation, you know what I'm talking about. It just looks like this. It's a big foundation, but it has a wand to it. So this is what the wand looks like. It's ginormous. You just take it to your face. This is also in the shade F7. So I have the same shade in the stick foundation and this one. I will say this is a little bit darker than the stick foundation, but it's nothing too crazy. And what's really nice is both foundations don't oxidize on me as bad as others. You know, a little over time, do I notice they do dry down just a little bit darker? Yes. But it's not like a completely different color than what my face is. So it still matches everything after concealer and powder. Next for concealer. No surprise if you've watched my videos or paid attention to my Instagram posts, this one is probably my #1 favorite. This is the e.l.f. This is the 16-hour camo concealer. So it just looks like this. I have the shade Light Peach. I heard about this concealer from Jeffree Star when I watched his full face of e.l.f. makeup, and I can honestly say I love this concealer. This is probably one of my favorite drugstore concealers. It's super affordable. It sucks because it's literally sold out everywhere, but it's one of my favorites. Again, super affordable, lasts a really long time, super full coverage. I noticed that this still covers up darkness that I have in my inner corners of my eyes. It covers up the T-zone really nice. It doesn't look patchy. It doesn't look cakey under the eyes. It doesn't look too drying. It's just the perfect concealer. And it's literally, I think, like $3 or $4, maybe not even that. So it's an amazing concealer at an amazing price. So I recommend, if you can get it, get your hands on it. This next product is a product that I just didn't think I would like because I've never really been like, I love face powders and I love to bake, so I obviously use a powder for baking and a powder for setting my face, but I've just never really been super blown away by baking powders. Like, I've loved different ones, but this one like completely changed the baking game for me. This is by Cover FX, and this is the Perfect Setting Powder, and I can say that this is an amazing powder. I use this to bake. When I bake underneath my under eyes, the center of my face. I will also bake underneath my contour after I use it, and this one is a really good powder. This probably is my #1 setting powder besides the Dermablend Pro powder. That one does follow right behind, but this one is amazing. You can get this at Ulta or Sephora, and I love it because when you open it up, the sifter to it, so you're not getting powder everywhere, and it's just a really amazing product. One of my favorites. It does have a little bit of like an luminosity, I feel, when you bake with it, and it just leaves your skin matte but also shiny at the same time, and I really love it because it's really beautiful looking. So one of my favorite translucent powders ever, and I will continue to buy more when I'm out. So for bronzing and contouring, again, I never really found a product that just completely blew me away. I found products that I liked, but this completely changed the game for me. This is by Morphe, and this is the 8H, the Hi-Fi, it's the highlight and contour palette. This is just what it looks like. It is just a super pretty palette. It's got 4 bronzers and 4 highlighters. These bronzers in here are amazing. You have your contouring shade, you have your bronzer shades, you have one for every different, you know, undertone. And what's nice is I'm going on vacation here literally in 2 days. So you guys will either see this before I'm on vacation or when I'm on vacation. But I'm literally going to bring this with me. And this is all I'm going to bring because it just has all the bronzers that I need. I don't even really think I'm going to bring highlighters because I have these 4 highlighters that are beautiful. But these bronzers, you guys, I love it because when I have a little bit of self-tan on or when I'm tanner, I can just go into these bronzers here, and there's an orange, there's a red, you have one that's more for every day. So this is a really great palette. I will say, if you guys are able to get a hold of Morphe or you can order from Morphe, this is a palette that I definitely recommend. There is another shade that they have in this palette. I think it's a little bit of lighter colors, but I love deep bronzers, especially in the summertime because that's when I'm at my tannest, basically all year round. I will be taking this with me on vacation, and I'm so excited. almost dropped it. I'm so excited because I love this palette. I think that it's beautiful. The colors are beautiful. The way it's set up is amazing. And the highlights in here are beautiful as well. So yes. Next for blush, I've been in kind of a blush rut because I haven't really been seeing any blushes that have been sticking out at me. But this one I love. This is also from the drugstore. This is by Milani, and this is in the blush Luminoso. So it's a very cult classic. Everyone who has heard of Milani or knows Milani knows of this blush. And again, this is one of my favorites. Literally goes with everything. And I have a pattern when it comes to blushes. I like something really peach, really pink, or on the coral side. Those are my favorite blushes that I gravitate towards. So this one is obviously in the pink side, which is why I gravitated towards it. But it's just such a nice color that you can literally wear it with anything. And that's what I love with blush, is that I don't like anything super cool or super warm. I like it to be in the middle, because if I wear more of a cool tone to a more of a warm tone look, I don't have to worry about finding a blush that matches that undertone. I can just put on a blush that matches automatically. So that's why I really love this blush, and it's really affordable. I got this from Ulta. I think they sell Milani at CVS. I don't know if they do at Walmart and Target, but I know Ulta, CVS, they sell Milani. So I have 3 highlighters to show you guys because I love highlighters. I love being glowy. If you can't tell, like, the glow is super strong today. I generally love a matte face and then just being really glowy with highlighters. So these 3 have been the 3 that I've been loving recently. The first one is by Becca Cosmetics, and it's just Champagne Pop. This one has been one of my favorite highlighters for years. As you can see, I am literally scraping the sides of it. There is literally no product left, but I do have a backup. So when I'm basically like on the last edge, but this is on the last ledge, I will be using that one. But this is probably one of my favorites. I love Champagne Pop. Again, I have hit major pan on this product, but this is one of my all-time favorite highlighters of life, and I will forever keep purchasing it. The next highlighter I also got in my Ipsy bag a couple months ago, and this is by Estate Cosmetics. Estate. So this is by the brand Estate, and this is the Dew Me highlighter in the shade Pearl, and it's a baked highlighter. It just looks like this. It's a super white, frosty color. So it's definitely not a color that is going to be very flattering when you're at your tannest, but I love this one for when I'm fair, or when I don't have a lot of self-tan on, because it's beautiful, very frosty, but like I said, it is more on the white side, so you do have to be kind of careful with that. And I love how this is actually a really big product for it's supposed to be like travel size, so this is a really nice product. The next one is probably been one of my favorite golds besides Prosecco Pop, but this is like an actual gold highlighter, not like Trophy Wipe, which is insane. This is just more of like a really pretty gold that goes with more bronzy looks that I love. And this is by Laura Geller, and this is in the shade Gilded Honey. This is a beautiful highlighter. I love it. I think it's beautiful. I think that the undertone of it is beautiful. It goes with so many looks. I could have honestly put it on with this look today, but I didn't. But I love it. It's a beautiful, just bronzy gold that goes with everything, and yeah, so this has been one of my favorite highlights for those looks, and I just think it looks really pretty and flattering on the skin. Next products I have to talk about are eyes. To be completely 100% honest with you, I always go back to one palette, and if you've been watching my channel or following my Instagram for a while, you'll know what palette it is. But I always go back to my Jaclyn Hill palette, and this is probably one of my favorite palettes of all time. It is absolutely gorgeous looking. The colors in it, these are just my colors. These are colors that I love using on an everyday. They're colors that I'm going to always use on an everyday. I do have the James Charles palette, and I'm going to put it out there. That palette's great, but I haven't been using it right now because, you know, certain situations. But also too, I just prefer the Jaclyn Hill palette more. I think that's a great palette, and I used it. I don't think I've ever used it on my channel or in an Instagram post, but it's not a palette that I reach for on an everyday than what I do with my Jaclyn Hill, to be completely honest with you. Yes, it's a great palette and I love the colors, but this one to me is more practical, and this one's just more me So this is a palette that I'm going to use on an everyday. It's just what's going to happen. So my baby, my ride or die, she's going with me on vacation. And yeah, so I love this palette so much. The next palette that I've been loving, this is by Urban Decay. This is the On the Run palette in Shortcut. So it just is a little mini palette and it has all these warm colors to it. It's actually what I'm wearing on my eyes today and I love it. But I love how this is just a super nice small palette, very travel friendly. So this is something that I probably will take with me on vacation as well. Very travel friendly, but it's also really pretty with the colors. You can do something neutral with just a little bit of shimmer, or you can do something super warm and dramatic like I did. And again, I love the colors. I think that they blend really nicely. The one thing I love is how this is more of a pressed glitter. So when you take some glitter glue or your finger, it does stick really good to the lid. I don't notice any issues with it. This is a beautiful palette. I suggest if you don't have these little On the Run palettes, I suggest you get them because they're really good. I love the formula. I do have another one. This one's just more of my color scheme. Alright, the last products that I have are probably my favorite, and that is going to be lip products. I love lip products. Let me just show you. I have like so many to talk about today, so we're gonna do that. I'm just gonna start off with the nudes because, I mean, hello, if you haven't noticed, I'm always wearing a nude. I prefer more brown nudes, but I do sometimes wear a little bit more pinky or a little bit more peach, just depending on the day. Today I did MAC Myth with Buxom White Russian Lip Gloss, and it's very nude, but it's also very pretty. So the first nude, in no particular order, is probably actually one of my favorites, so I'm really happy I'm talking about it. This is the Jeffree Star liquid lipstick in the shade Mannequin. This is probably one of my favorite liquid lipsticks. Wear it all the time. This is what the doe foot looks like. I love it. It's just super pretty. But this is a nude that I literally wear every single day. It's a nude that goes with everything, and I love that. Especially when I'm wearing a look and I don't know what to wear for a lip color. I can just pop this on in a gloss and it looks good. So that's what I love about this one. The next nude, this is like Mannequin, but this just has a little bit more kind of pinkiness to it. This is by Bite Beauty, and this is the Amuse Bouche liquefied lip in the shade Whip. So it just looks like this. I love the component. I think it's really cute. It does kind of have a longer applicator to it, but it's a really nice color. It does have a little bit more of a, I don't know how to explain it, but it just looks a little bit more pinky on the lips than Mannequin does, which you would think Mannequin looks more pink, but it's kind of the opposite, at least on my skin tone. But this is a really pretty color. This is one of my favorites. Again, if you follow my Instagram, you've seen this shade. Usually if I'm not wearing this one, I'm wearing Mannequin. If I'm not wearing Mannequin, I'm wearing this one, or I'm having an off day and just didn't know what to wear, so I'm wearing a different color. The next nude, this is more of a darker nude. This is by Bare Minerals, and this is in the shade Boss, and it's a matte liquid lipstick. Can I just say, this one smells like chocolate. Like, it full on smells like chocolate. It smells amazing, might I add, but oh my god, it smells like chocolate, and I love putting it on when you smell it. It has a flat applicator like this, which I really do like, especially with kind of carving out. If you don't decide to wear a lip liner, I usually always wear a lip liner, but if you don't decide, it's really good for just outlining the lips so you have a line to go in. But yeah, this is a really pretty color. I love how it's a frosted glass and it has the black component on the top. So I think it's really pretty. It's definitely more of a darker, like mauve, dusty color nude, but really pretty, still really wearable, and I really love it, especially when I'm pale or my tan is. So this is a really pretty color. Alright, so I have two reds that I have been loving. Now I have like 3 lip colors that I like to wear. I'm always wearing nudes. I'm always wearing basically a burgundy or a purple, or I'm wearing red. So those are kind of the 3 colors that I gravitate towards. This first one I actually got in my Ipsy bag, and this is by Huda Beauty. This is in the shade Heartbreaker. It's more of a, I would say more of a berry nude. It's definitely not, you can even see on the wand here, it's definitely more of a berry nude. Why am I saying nude? It's a red. It's more of a berry red because of the fact that it's It's got more of a pinky vibe to it instead of a red, which typically I stay away from those colors, but I really do like this one. I think it's really pretty. Again, love the packaging, and I'm probably going to try more of her lipsticks because I really do like this one. Next red I've been loving is by Jouer, and this is a new one to my collection, but I've worn it a few times and I love it. This is in the shade Brick. This is basically a brick red. It is more of a true red. It has a little bit more rustiness to it. I think that this is really pretty. It has more of like a standard applicator to it, which I love because it's easier to outline the lips and it's easier to control the amount of product you get on. But this is really pretty. Again, if you go to my Instagram, you can see some posts that I have with this on, and I love it. I think it's beautiful, and I cannot wait to get more colors in these. This was kind of the trial, and I'm glad that I like it. Next to our glosses, they're both nude because, like, let's be honest here. This first one is also by Jouer. I'm trying to find the front. Here we go. This first one's also by Jouer. This is in the shade Skinny Dip. This is a just very gold, shimmery gloss. I love pairing this with nudes because I think that it looks really pretty. It adds something different. So it just looks like this. It's very shimmery. It's not gritty on the lips, which is amazing. So I really do love this, and I think it's really beautiful, and I love it. This next color is Buxom White Russian. Super classic lip color. One of my favorites, and I think that it's super pretty. So I have it on today with my lipstick, and it's just a very nice classic nude. It's more of a lighter nude, so it obviously does kind of add a little bit more of a lighter effect, but super shiny. It does have a minty sensation to it, so when you're outside on a hot day and you try it on, it almost feels a little cooling. So I don't know, it feels nice. Like in the summertime, I'm just applying my lip gloss and I'm like, oh yes, it's like cooling me off. Yeah, I love this lip gloss. It's been my favorites. I think this is my second tube of it that I've had, and I've never ever, so it takes me so long to go through a product. Like, whether it being like a lip gloss, a lipstick, like lip products take me forever to go through. Foundations, concealers, powders, those don't take me that long, but lipsticks and lip glosses do. I went through this product within the first 2 months that I got it, and then I think I'm on my second tube, so it's amazing, and I love it so much. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. These are just all the current beauty favorites that I have been loving and products that I'm probably gonna be using and you'll be seeing for quite a while. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe for new videos and turn on that notification bell so you're notified when I upload. Don't forget to follow my socials down below because I always notify you guys when I upload videos. Also too, you can see makeup of the day posts of new products I've been loving and trying out as well. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!